In this video, we are going to relive our 15-hour visit to Yosemite National Park, which was actually supposed to be a 3-day trip. It was a beautiful morning when we set out from Mammoth Lakes, California, over Tioga Pass Road towards the east entrance to Yosemite National Park. The east entrance is a very remote entrance for those that are not familiar with it, coming in from the eastern side of the Sierra Nevada mountains. Our plan was to make a stop at the Gaylor Lakes Trail, experience that, then move on to Yosemite Valley. But what occurred on this day took a much deeper turn and ultimately a darker turn for the park and for a lot of people. So sit back, enjoy the visit to Yosemite and the Gaylor Lakes Trail. Hello, we're on Tioga Road, headed to Yosemite National Park.
We at Gaylord Lake. We're not sure if Chuck want to do this or not, but we'll find out soon.
We're on Gaylord Lakes Trail. This is just inside the Tioga Pass entrance to Yosemite National Park. We're at 10,000 feet and the air is very thin. Plus we had a pretty good climb to this point. The parking lot's way below us now. And we'll see how it goes.
All right, let's go. It's really, really pretty here. The wood is just beautiful. Me and Chuck are almost at the top of,
Gaylord Lakes Trail.
and this is what it looks like. Almost on the top.
And we started down in that valley. We're at about 10,500 feet right now. It has been a hell of a climb. Time we reached the summit of the Gaylor Lakes Trail, and before we dropped down into the basin where the lakes are contained, I became concerned about where the smoke was coming from. And even though I didn't believe it was very close to us, I knew we were about 2 to 2.5 hours out of Yosemite Valley at this point. I decided that we should terminate this hike. We'd spend some time here on the ridge, enjoy the views. It would be a great hike to go down and visit both lower and upper Gaylord Lakes. It is a fairly barren basin. Other than the lakes, not a lot of forest growth down in the basin. But we decided that we needed to move on. So after lunch, we headed back down the mountain. And our next stop was going to be Dana Meadows Ranger Station. At the ranger station, we would receive the news that a forest fire had broken out just outside of the west entrance to Yosemite National Park. Would have it, our hotel was also located just outside the west entrance to Yosemite National Park. The ranger said it was quite likely that our reservation would need to be canceled because the fire had actually started not very far away from that hotel. We decided to drive down into Yosemite Valley anyway. By the time we got to the valley a couple hours later, the smoke was so thick you could hardly see in front of you. We turned around and headed back to Mammoth Lakes, disappointed that we wouldn't be able to spend any time in Yosemite. But the Gaylor Lakes Trail was good, and I'd love to do it again someday. I highly recommend it if you're out on the far eastern edge of Yosemite. It's a couple hours at least, up and down, but it's well worth it.
This is Yosemite, smoky Yosemite. This is what it looks like. It's so gross, but me and Chuck are stuck in the middle of it, so we don't know what to do with it, but we just have to make the best of it. So we'll call this the smoky Yosemite.